Right, I'm going to talk generally about Ceres as a server, my general thoughts around it, and I'm going to talk about a bit about the US server and just general thoughts around planetside and new players. So I played the game for quite a while. I played the game for a couple of years. Well, about 3 years now, probably. Probably something like that. I can't actually remember when I started playing. I haven't been playing as long as some people have. Since the start of 2005. I wouldn't really class myself as a veteran of the game. But yeah, I do come on most days, just because of the virus thing at the moment. The virus pandemic has got me coming on. Now, I've noticed that since the update, now this is not going, talking about numbers in the game, because I don't check the numbers, I don't check the population numbers. Now, one thing I will say is that I don't check the numbers because if you're checking the numbers on a regular basis, it can get quite depressing to see the numbers, especially when you see good numbers and then they go down to shit numbers. So for example, at the start of the pandemic, I seen one day I came on and there was 350 people online. That was for the whole server. Now that was amazing to see. There was tank battles going on. There was now granted it's not as busy as the US server. Now I think the US server has 600 people on normally. But that was at the start of the pandemic. Now that was months and months ago. Now what they should have done is bought out the Bastion update. But obviously they couldn't. But it would have been prime time for Bastion. For Ceres, but never got bought out. But that's it. Now the problem is with Ceres currently is the lack of, like, they made war assets available to outfits. Now the game is based around outfits, but the problem with that is there's never no outfits on. There's never no outfits on to actually pull stuff. Outfits require outfit leaders to pull stuff. Now you might get an outfit leader that comes on weekends, and he might say, right, okay, well I'm going to organise my squad and I'm going to pull a Bastion. Now the reason why you need to be pulling a Bastion most of the right, so for example, right, a good example was the other day there was a guy squad leading. He didn't speak English, part of some outfit, and I'm telling him we need to defend Highland Pass. Like, he's saying, or one of his teammates is saying, that we need to defend against the VS. Now, there's not enough population to defend both sides. We've got one squad doing all the work, and that's what it comes down to. It comes down to lack of population. We've got no outfits on, we've got no coordination, we've got one random squad with a guy that doesn't speak English. He's telling me where to go on the map. I'm telling him that he's doing it wrong and we're going to lose the map. Like, he's not listening, and it just, like, it hurts. It just breaks me because no one's listening. There's no cohesion. I joined US server yesterday and I ended up joining a random squad of foxhounds. Well, I didn't join a random squad. I actually joined their outfit by accident. Now, I was looking through the outfit section and I clicked invitation on an outfit by accident, and I was like, oh, I don't want to join these guys. Now, about 2 seconds after putting an invitation out, somebody let me in. Now I was currently, like, looking at the outfits to do a video on outfits just on the US server and just check that out, and then I ended up joining, and it turned out that there must have been about 15 guys with mic, or well, there was a lot of guys. Now on Ceres you just don't get people using mic. People don't use it. Like T4SK for example, join them, they didn't use mic, they used text chat. Now, when you're in a loading screen 90% of the time, because you keep dying or you're trying to repair stuff and you die, you go to loading screen, you just can't see what they're writing on the screen. Now, if you've got a mic, it makes it 100 times easier. It's all right typing the odd message via text chat, but you can't keep stopping every 5 minutes to type in chat. It's not happening. That's why people use mic. Now, with that said, nobody uses mic that often on Ceres, and it's really annoying to have like I had a squad leader the other day. Good example of it's not just about using mic, but people putting down waypoints. So there was a guy from T4 SK outfit. Not going to name his name, but he had a squad lead. He's not putting a waypoint down at all. We've got people in faction chat, squad chat, you name it, saying we need to go around the bio, not through it, because we're wasting time in the bio. Nobody's listening. The squad lead's not putting down a waypoint. He's just fighting in the bio. I'm saying, bro, give me squad lead. I need squad lead. No one's listening. So I went in team killed the guy. So he would read chat and then give me the... So he boots me from the squad. Now this is a random squad. I'm not talking about an organised squad. It was a random squad. Now the thing is, like, if you're gonna... Like, he probably didn't know that he had squad lead. He probably didn't know that he had it. He probably got given it randomly. But either so, it's just the lack of population makes it so that there's only one squad on the whole server that's doing stuff. So like if I go to squad now, oh, there's quite a lot of squads up actually. But generally, you like that particular day there was only one squad, really. And it's annoying when you've got one squad with a platoon and the squad leader not doing a great deal. I went over to the US server, and the US server is really like organised. Well, more organised than Ceres. So they've got certain squads working together, like to not zerg a point. Now, Ceres has always had issues with population. It's always been somewhat. Like, for example, the continent alert is on right now, I think. Is it? Yeah, the continent alert's on. I wouldn't say that we're overly busy, and I wouldn't say there's a lot going on. Really? I don't know where everybody is or everybody's there. Are they? I don't know where they are anyway. Yeah, but it just annoys me how there's no cohesion between outfits. There's no outfits that are on most of the time. Like we don't just need a bastion on a Sunday afternoon. We need a bastion like midweek to push the map sometimes, or we need a Colossus tank. And the thing is, if you've got a squad of 10 men pushing the map, they just own the map. So an organised squad of 10 men on Ceres just owns everything. And like, I've seen outfits, like one cav in its day would absolutely own everybody they come across. Now this is not because they were some, you know, really good outfit. They were just 10 guys that used mic, and the enemy didn't have that. Now obviously TCU and other outfits started to become like one cav. Now I'm talking about like when I joined back after a long hiatus out the game. I left the game because the game was annoying to play. It was annoying to play because you had one active outfit, which was TNAW. If you didn't join TNAW, you had no other chance but to join any other outfit because they were dead. You had stat pad outfits and people stat padding right, left and centre because the server was dead. You couldn't do anything on the server, so let me have a look, right? So I have Araxium armour, as you can see. So you took an ammo pack down, you would be bugging people to pick the ammo pack up. You know, you would say, oh, come on, take some ammo, take some ammo, take some ammo, because you were trying to get the directive. And it would take you months to get the directive, just for this. You would probably get, on a busy server, you would probably get that within a couple of days. Now, talking about that, talking about Araxium armour and other stuff. Now, I've got Araxium armour, stuff that I've paid for. So, like, got that and that. Obviously, I paid for that. And I've got armour like this, what I bought. Plus camos and other things, so like camos. I've obviously unlocked the white camo and the burlock camo. I know they're free, but still. And obviously I bought this repair warrior badge. Stuff like that is stuff that you get from just playing the game and putting money into the game. Now it annoys me when people say that we can just uproot and go to another server. Now yes, there is another server if you're new to the game. There's an American server. We are currently on the European server, which is Ceres. The other server, which is not, so you've got Ceres, which is European, and then I think it's Genuine, is it? I think that's how you pronounce it. The US server is is basically you have to download the American version by going and setting up a US account. Now, I'm not going to go into all this, but the people say on Reddit, which annoys me, just go to the American server. Like, go and make that busy. Well, number one, I've got all the stuff that I paid for. Like, I know I'm not going to go and unlock all this again. Like, I've played for years. I like the fact that I can come on and not have to mess around unlocking everything. So yeah, I've got ASP points, what I've got as well, which kind of like, so if you look at my character, ASP points, I've got ASP points because I'm level ASP 100. I don't want to unlock all that again on the US server. It's not happening. And the second thing is the lag. So the lag is an issue. So the other day I could see a guy in the distance, or what looked like a guy was in the distance. I could see something flickering. So I ran towards it. It was a VS player. The VS player randomly goes invisible. And then straight away after he goes invisible, I can't see him. He renders right in front of me and one-shots me with a pistol. Now on his screen, he probably sees me running towards him. And he's like, well, what the hell's this guy doing? Why is he not shooting me? I ran towards him and got myself killed. And yeah, and I repeated the process about 4 times before I changed base. Because I couldn't see the guy, he's rendering, he kept randomly rendering in front of me. And yeah, like the other day I got ran over by a tank that just randomly renders in front of me. A friendly, he just randomly appears out of nowhere and runs me over. And same with the enemy tank. I got an enemy tank shoot me yesterday, randomly, just by rendering. The rendering is bad probably because of the connection. And other stuff, my time to kill for somebody on there is just absolutely terrible. So if I lift my gun up to shoot someone, I'm already dead before I've had a chance to lift my gun up. That's just the way it is on there. Now it's probably because I've got poor connection. With that said, I did join US server yesterday. Now I ended up joining the Foxhounds. They've got 2 squads. They've got 1 squad of Alpha and 1 squad of Bravo. Now to avoid zerging the point, they would split squads down and they would send Bravo to one base and Alpha to another. Now on Ceres, you just don't get that midweek. So I'm talking, it's Tuesday night. You know, there's no squads on, there's no squads going. No one's pulling war assets. You've got a guy over on the US server pulling a Bastion to help support the push against TR. Now, bearing in mind, we're nearly getting warp gated by TR. But I'd been on that server for all of like 10 minutes and I'm having the time of my life. Like, honestly, bro, I've been on Ceres for the last 4 years. Well, not 4 years, but I've been on Ceres for a couple of years now. And you just don't get that sort of cohesion. And if you do, like if War come on and set up a 10-man squad, they would just own the whole server because the server's a dead server. Now in 2021, maybe when the new console comes out or has been out for a while, I'm not sure, I think it's November it's coming out. Anyway, with that said, it would be nice if they could just merge the servers. That would be amazing. Now, I don't know what some Tom, Dick and Harry somewhere was sitting in an office and they were discussing what they were going to do, and some guy come up with the idea of making 2 servers. Now years ago that would have, you know, it would have worked because apparently when this server was alive they had around 1,000 people on the server. Now I don't know what they were thinking when they only made it a UU server. It would have made sense to make it a multi-server, so that's people from America, Australia, you know, different parts of America, that kind of thing. It would have made sense to put it all in one server because EU at night is dead. Like, there's nobody on. There's one person on at night. Now, people, I think from Australia, randomly come on at night on the Ceres server because they used to have their own server, but I think it got shut down or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know the fundamentals of all that, but when somebody comes onto Ceres late at night, it's dead. It's dead. There's probably like a 5-man fight going on, and that's it. Now, the problem is with EU, in particular, is if I went onto EU now, I would be fighting on a low pop server, because they would have their downtime while it's my peak time, if that makes sense. Now, if we had a server merge, that would be amazing, because we could have guys from Ceres that come on now, and we would have those people in America that decide to stay on a bit later. They would all be fighting on the same server, so it would make it busy. So it'd be busy kind of round the clock, but not quite. Now, it would probably prompt more active outfits to come on earlier. I'm talking American outfits. I mean, a server merge would be good for PS5. I think that's what they're going to do. The reason I think they've got to really do it to save the game. That's how I see it, because if they carry on like this with this Ceres server, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna last. I mean, I quit for a while back. I quit for a long time. I quit for about a year, just because the problem was you only had one active outfit on the server. There was only 50 people on there was only 50 people aside each day, so there was 150 population. You had 50 people aside each day. There's no point in bringing a Sunday to a point, because someone would blow it up. So you'd have no chance to get any fighting done, because you'd just be defending your Sunday for 3 hours. And the continent alerts used to last a long time. I mean, I remember when Indoor was bugged, and we spent like 2 days on Indoor because it was bugged. Nobody was pushing any points at all. Nobody was pushing them out. It was just basically a stalemate in the middle at TI Allos. And it must have gone on for 2 days. Now, I recently came back about, I don't know, probably about 7 months ago now. And the server is just as bad as it was then. Now, pardon me. Obviously with the update, it's got a tad busier. But still, like, outfits, nobody's pulling war assets anymore. Like, the 1cav leader demoted people in 1cav just because they were using war assets when they needed them. But now it's got to a stage where nobody uses war assets. Like, nobody pulls a Colossus tank anymore. Nobody pulls a Bastion. Like, the first time I seen a Bastion was on Sunday, and that was for like the whole week. Nobody pulled a Bastion. I think we had some random dude pull a Bastion midweek and just own the whole base, and no one did nothing about it. We needed an active outfit to pull a Colossus tank, but no active outfit did. Even though they're like, oh well, there's no leader on, so we're not sure if he should pull one, because if he's not on, how, he might bollock us for pulling it. I'm sure that active outfits have got assets coming out their arse, because no, they don't spend it on anything. So what the hell? They must have assets from somewhere. Like, and that's it. Now, the annoying thing as well about this server is the fact that nobody pushes bases. Nobody at all pushes bases. Like, you push a base round the side, you get a nice 1v1 going on, if that's what you're into. Like, on the US server, there's more cohesion. I'm just going to edit this in real quick. I joined the Foxhounds outfit over on US server. I joined it randomly, but everybody in that outfit seems to use mic, and I feel that's beneficial to new players, as I will explain. The guy is talking on his mic, and he's explaining to new players what you're meant to be doing. That's the fundamental part. That's why people are like, that's what people have joined his outfit. He's asking if people are new, and people are saying, right, okay, what does this tank do? What does that do? On Ceres server, nobody gets any help at all. Okay, there's a guy that joined 1cav during the day, and he's messaging me, because I got him into 1cav. He's messaging me saying, oh, 1cav doesn't speak on the mic. They don't talk very much. There's nothing going on. Like, I'm saying to him, okay, well, what do you want to do about it? We need like more active outfits. It's a given that NC needs more active outfits. We need cohesion. Like, cohesion over the years has took a dive. Like, the other day, I was messaging people to try and get somebody to gun for me. and you're wasting your time. You really are. You're wasting your time. Like a guy the other day, I was messaging him, trying to get him to hand over squad lead so we could go around the bio instead of all just fighting in the bio for an hour and a half. Nobody listens really. New players come and talk in faction chat and nobody really responds to them. It's really bad. This server is just the worst server. But saying that, you can't just decide to up and move servers. It's not that easy. I know a lot of people have said, oh well, you know, let's just move servers. There's people on this server that have done directives that are really, really hard, and they've done them. They've, like, let's have a look, right? So you've got mayhem. Trying to find it. Is it the exceptional? Yeah, black camo directive, right? So the black camo directive. Now there is people around with black camo directive. Black camo directive is a solid one to do. Just like this one, I think it's exceptional. Yeah, the exceptional. So brilliant camo, right? There is people running around with that. Now you don't see it all too often, but the brilliant camo is something that someone's worked really hard for. Now to go over to the US server and do all that again, would you want to do all that again? A lot of them have paid for guns via packs, and why would they want to buy them all again? It wouldn't make sense. Like, it made me laugh when I went over to NC on the US server. They're treating me like I was new to the game, even though I have Araxium armor and I know most of the guns. Now granted, I don't know VS and TR guns. I don't play them, but I know my way around a few of the guns on NC. I've unlocked most of them, as you can see. I think there's a few I've not unlocked, but still, doesn't really matter. But what I'm saying is, they treat me like a noob because I've got no armor on me. I've got basic body armor. I'm level 18, etc. And it's just kind of funny to see that. But I always feel that NC on the US server gets more help. There's more active outfits around. There's people joining and using mic. Over on here, over on Ceres, people just don't use mic. The outfit leaders might come on a weekend just because, like, I understand they're busy with work, but it's really hard to get any war assets pulled, or any, like, we need a bastion sometimes to push the map, and you just don't get that. Like, you just don't get a bastion to push the map. Like, you just don't get any cohesion. So what I'm hoping for in 2021 is a server merge. That'd be amazing. Don't see it happening anytime soon, but we will see. I mean, that'd be nice. As I say, you can't just up and move servers. It's not happening. So yeah. So this is my initial thoughts on the whole server thing. US is really organised and it has good pop. Even at 600 population, it's really good. For Ceres NC, there's just dead fights everywhere. And if an organised outfit comes on the server and starts doing organised outfit things, it just pisses off the whole server because people just don't like coordination. People hate it. Now, that's my general thoughts around Ceres. I hope I answered. You know, I've had people ask me questions about the US server. I'm not going to do a video on how to get onto the US server because I won't be able to stay on Ceres and make it busy. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't want people going over there. You know, stay on this dead server and, you know, whatever it is. But, yeah, anyway, any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you want help on how to get onto the US server, feel free to message me. I can help you. It's not rocket science. You just have to download, just go into an American version by setting up a US account on the App Store or the PSN store, whatever you call it. I don't know. But yeah, any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you see me in game, my name's Commando. Feel free to private message me and ask me any questions. And yeah, I'll leave you to it, guys, and see you soon.